wonderful spring semester so far. My name is Greg Crawford. I'm the Director of Veterans Transition and Outreach here at the Tennessee Higher Education Commission. I served 4 years in the United States Marine Corps before moving to Tennessee. I was the president of the Student Veterans Organization at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville, and I've been working in this space since about 2014. I've been in this veterans education world for a little more than 9 years now. Back in 2015, the state of Tennessee hosted the first Veterans Education Academy, which has now become the Veteran Reconnect Conference. And since then, we've had several conferences, symposiums, collaborations together throughout the state. So even through the pandemic, the University of Tennessee in Chattanooga hosted an all-virtual conference to keep us connected. This is something very important to us. That is the goal, once again. This year's conference will focus on the policies and procedures around translating military experience into college credit at Tennessee's institutions of higher education. You may know of this as being referred to prior learning assessments, or PLAs. Our hopes are to connect and build a network across the state to better evaluate and promote PLAs for student veterans. Before I go into some of the details, I wanted to direct you to our webpage, which I will go ahead and put in the chat. I also have it screen shared so that you guys can see it. Here you'll find information on the Veteran Reconnect grant, on VETS campuses, resources for student veterans, and the Tennessee Service Members Opportunity Portal. This is an interactive platform for student veterans to know which military credits transfer at different institutions throughout Tennessee. I highly suggest you bookmark this page so that you can easily access the information. We have attempted to make finding this page as easy as possible for you and your students. It is now tn.gov /THEC/veteran. So save it, bookmark it, sear it into your memory, whatever you have to do. As you'll see in the screen share, if you click on the Veterans Reconnect grant page, there are 5 tabs. And so you have the RFP information, important dates, webinar information, previous grants, and contact information, which will lead you back to me. So under the important dates, I try to highlight the things that are important for this. March 1st and April 5th are the dates that you need to pay attention to. The form stack pages will close automatically at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. You will not be able to submit after that time, but please do not wait until last minute. If you're having technical difficulties, please go ahead and send them to my email at Greg, Crawford, CRAWFORD, @tn.gov. And again, my contact information is on this page. Please do it before the deadline, just to let me know that you're having troubles, and we'll try to get it sorted out. So the reason you guys are all here is the RFP. So under the RFP information, and before I move on, this webinar being recorded it will be under the webinar information tab. And so we'll get this updated, but a recording of today will be up for you to visit later on. If we go to the RFP information, and you click on this box, it'll bring up the memo that we sent to all the presidents and chancellors, as well as the RFP itself. So let's go through the RFP. The grant period will begin around May 1st, 2023, and will end December 31st, 2023. The conference will have to be held within the confines of this calendar year. The grant awards up to $100,000 to host the 2-day conference. The audience for this conference will be higher education leadership, faculty, and staff, specifically those who work with student veterans on evaluating prior learning assessments of their military service. You may also bring military-affiliated students who hold a leadership position in your school's student veteran organization as well. As you're planning this conference, let me scroll down. The table of contents shows you where everything is. But as you're planning this conference, we did set some requirements and some grant criteria. So we've provided you with only 2 required presentations. Any additional presentations beyond the 2 required, please reach out to us. You must seek THEC approval, and those additional presentations must remain focused on prior learning assessment policies and procedures. In your proposals, please list out your ideas on what these additional presentations might be or look like. The 2 required presentations, when I can find my mouse. The 2 required presentations include an introduction to and training on the use of the American Council on Education's military guide and the institutional profiles that are available. We will also require a presentation on the use and promotion of the Tennessee Service Member Opportunity Portal. To note, there have been past Veteran Reconnect PLA focused grants. Those can be found on that previous grants tab on the page that we were just at. So be sure to reach out, see what successes and challenges those institutions have had. Collaboration in the state is always encouraged. So please feel free to reach out if you have any questions now or in the future. I'm going to have a slight pause. Does anybody have any questions so far? No questions. So in this RFP, we do lay out the grant criteria, how to submit, the timeline you should follow, and the format within the rubric on how you'll be scored. So this should really help you build the proposal. Again, while you're in this process, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I've included a glossary of what expenses go where. I'll scroll down to that. So this is the budget sheet that we would want you to fill out, and then there's a whole glossary on what items go where. But again, while you're in this process, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I think I only have 2 final things. So 2 or more institutions can collaborate together to submit a proposal together. but one of the institutions must be the fiscal agent for the grant budget. This is encouraged. We want this conference to be as helpful to both public and private nonprofit universities, to community colleges, and to our TCATs, or the technical colleges around the state. Also, as a reminder, do not negotiate or create any contracts with outside agencies until the final grant is awarded. This is just a proposal right now in this process. We don't want you to get into any legal bindings without having access to the funds yet. So with that, I am open to any questions that you may have. And that's kind of the end of the presentation. And again, this will be posted on YouTube for later viewing. Thank you, Kim. Well, if you don't have any questions for me, again, my contact information is out there. Feel free to email me. That's about it. Thank you all for coming to this presentation, to this webinar. And we'll stop recording, but we'll stay on for another 5 more minutes.